Hi, it's Paul from howtoplaybassdotcom. I've got a lesson for you on how to play the T-Rex song Get It On, Bang a Gong. Pretty easy tune, very straightforward, eighth note kind of rocker. There's a couple of little interesting things, a little bit of anticipation happening which gives the line a bit of spice, but it's a pretty easy song, and a lot of the song is built around one very simple pattern, which we'll cover in a second when we look at the intro, as the intro is built on this pattern. So it's a pretty easy tune. If you learn the different parts of the song as I've spelled them out, you'll be able to get through the song. Just have to closely cross-reference with the original so you can get them in the right order. Quick note, if you're not already a subscriber to my free monthly e-zine, please click on the link underneath this video, head over to the website and subscribe. You get a bunch of video and PDF lessons for free in return for subscribing, so don't forget to do that either now or when you've watched the video. Let's go over and start learning the tune. Let's go and look at the intro. One. The basic intro pattern is just a 4-bar pattern. It's a 2-bar pattern that repeats twice, but it's important that you get this under your fingers because you'll find this basic pattern crops up in both the verse and the chorus of the tune, so you do need to get it under your fingers. And play through the metronome set to about 105, so it's a bit slower than the actual track, and then I'll play it through, then we'll talk through the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's very straightforward in terms of the notes. You've only got 2 notes. You've got E, the 2nd fret of the D string, and C sharp at the 4th fret of the A string. And the rhythm is kind of like this. So it's very straightforward, 2 notes, you just got to get that rhythm right and get those little pushes where there's some anticipations. After that intro, then the song quickly moves on to the verse. So I'll show you a basic verse pattern. Okay, the basic verse pattern is a 12-bar pattern. It's very straightforward. There's only 2 chords really in it, which are an E chord and an A chord. They're the root notes. There are sections where it just plays eighth notes and root notes on those chords, and then there are little sections where we play that 2-bar riff we looked at. Occasionally it's just 1 bar. Play through the 12 bars and we'll look through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the chorus there, which we'll look at in a moment. So it's basically a repeating 6-bar pattern. First bar is just E, 2nd fret of the D string, just 8th notes. Then you've got A, 2nd fret of the G string, again just 8th notes. Then you've got half of this phrase we looked at in the intro, which is just E, C sharp. And then the 4th bar of the pattern is back to A in 8th notes again on the root note, 2nd fret of the G string. And then you've got that 2-bar pattern that we looked at in the intro. Then we go back and repeat those 6 bars. The only thing that's different is in the last 2 bars, the 2-bar pattern is leading to the chorus, and it does this. And then you're going down to the chorus. That first note on the chorus is G. So what that does is it goes E, E, C sharp, E, E, C sharp, open A string, and then you're down to the chorus, which we'll look at in a moment. So that verse is very straightforward. That basic pattern will get you through all the verses of the tune. It's pretty simple. Okay, the chorus is a pretty simple 8-bar pattern. Half of it's pretty much the phrase we've already played. and there's also, you can use that phrase to tag on to the end of the chorus to connect back to the next verse. I'll play through the chorus, the 8 bars of the chorus with the metronome, and we'll talk through the notes. 3, 4. And then you can play that phrase again and tag until you get to the start of the next verse. So let's look at the notes. First 4 bars, you start off on G, 3rd fret of the E string, you play 4/8 notes there, and then you've got another 4/8 notes, but this time the notes are open A, B at the 2nd fret of the A string, E, 2nd fret of the D string, C sharp, 4th fret of the A string. Then the second bar, 4 open A strings, then you've got C sharp, E, open G string, A. A is the 2nd fret of the G string, and you should know where C sharp and E is by now. Then we go into the phrase that we already know. And notice in the 4th bar we've got that variation that we had at the end of the verse going to the chorus, where it's 2 E's, C sharp, open A string, before we then drop back to G, the root note at the start of the 5th bar. Now, in the 5th bar, you just play G in 8th notes, and then the 6th bar, we've got this interesting little run. It's got E, C sharp, E, F sharp, 4th fret of the D string, open G string, A, 2nd fret of the G string, E, C sharp, you know where those are, 2nd and 4th frets of D and A string respectively, and then you're back into your run. And then you'll be back to the verse, etc. So that will give you the chorus of the tune. If you go back and listen to the little play along with the metronome carefully, and then pick out the notes and correlate that with the recording, that will get you through the chorus. So if you put those parts of the song together, cross-reference, have a close listen to the original, maybe make a little roadmap for yourself so you know which parts go where. You'll be able to play through the song and make it sound authentic. These parts are all based on being transcribed out of various sections of the song, very similar to the manner of the kind of lessons that I do, which you get in return for subscribing to my e-zine. So if you're not already a member, do click on the link underneath, head over to my website, the How to Play Bass website, and subscribe, and you'll see what I mean. There's a timed series of lessons that will get delivered to your email box. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions, use the contact form on my website and drop me an email, and I'll catch you in the next video.